Hello third grade. We are continuing with formatting and capitalizing our titles. Today's just going to be a little mixture of the two things that we learned last week. It's going to be kind of a review. So let's get started. Alright, so remember when we are capitalizing titles, it's always the first word and the last word will always be capitalized and every important word in between. So remember, what are the non-important words? It is our article adjectives, our short prepositions, and our coordinating conjunctions. These words, make sure if you took notes from last week, you already have them written down. These words will stay lowercase unless they're the first or last word of our title. So right here, the, again, is one of our unimportant words, but it's the first word, so it will be capitalized. But when it's in the middle, it's lowercase. And this is the last word. And notice that these are in italics. Remember when it's slanted. So if the title, if it's a book, movie, play, TV show, magazine, or newspaper, that's when it's written or typed if you're typing it in italics, which just means it's slanted. But if you're writing it by hand, again, it might be hard to try to write slanted. So when we write them, they're underlined. So just like this, it's slanted. But then if it is a poem, song, or article, that should be in our quotation marks. Remember, the quotation mark is before the first word and then after the last word. So again, this is a review of what we learned last week, so we're just going to put it all together. So let's do some examples. We're going to be doing it, reading it in a sentence. So before we just worked with which one was the correct title, now we're going to have the title in a sentence and have to decide which one is correct. So when we're reading the sentence, it says, the poem, All the World's a Stage, has an interesting message. So they're already telling us what kind it is, what title it is. It's a poem. So now I have to remember, is poem italicized or in quotation marks? So from before, poem is in quotation marks. So now we have to see. So here's quotations and here are quotations marks. We can automatically get rid of the last one because that's in italics and it should be in quotation marks because it is a poem. So now that we have marked it down to 2, now we have to look at the capitalization. Remember, the first word and the last word are always capitalized, so let's check. All, stage, stage. But we have to remember that the unimportant words in the middle should be lowercase. So the unimportant words are article adjectives, short prepositions, and coordinating conjunctions. And right here we have the is a article adjective, so that should be lowercase. Worlds, a, stage. A is also an article adjective, so that should be lowercase as well. So we know it's not this one. But let's also check our second option. All the world's a stage. So all is uppercase because it's the first, the lowercase because it's a not important word. World should be uppercase because that is an important word. A lowercase because it's a not important, it's an article, and stage. So this would be our correct answer because they follow the formatting and the capitalizing of our titles. So now let's look down here. Which sentence is correct? You can find the article, kind hearts are healthier at the library. So we have to think it's an article again. So articles are in our quotation marks. So if that helps you remember, this is articles, poems, and songs. So we already know that this one right here is gone because that's in italics. That's not what we do with articles. So it's between this one and this one. So now we have to check the capitalization. So kind hearts are healthier. So here they lowercased r, which is a verb, but that's one of our important words. So r would have to be capitalized. So the correct answer would be this one down here because we have all the important words in between the first and last should be capitalized as well. So we'd go with this third one. All right, and now we look at the last one, which sentence is correct. They read part of the article, how do planets get their names at the library? Remember, planets, they're calling it an article, so it's going to say in the sentence what kind of title it is. So again, an article has to be in quotations, so we have to look. This one's in italics, so not this one. This one's in quotation, so it could be this one. And this one is in italics, so it's not this one. So right here, just by the formatting, we're able to get our answer. And make sure, let's just double check our capitalization. All the words that are important are capitalized. So make sure to take your time, have fun with it. Remember, look at the formatting first, and then you can get rid of one or two, and then go back and make sure that all the correct words that are capitalized are capitalized. So you're looking for two things. It's what we learned last week. We're just putting it together. All right, have fun. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, third grade.